the head coach of the Redskins, is coming before the microphone after yesterday's 17-6 loss. Let's listen in.
Field has a high ankle sprain. I'm getting checked out today, and then but it looks like he could miss some time. And then Jordan Reed has a mild hamstring strain, and that's another one. It's you know, he was very sore after the game, so that could be some time also.
Checked out at the MRI. Is that for Barry?
Yeah, the MRIs on both of them.
Okay.
So we'll see how it goes. Go with the trainer, and probably be a week or 2 or 3, or we'll see.
And one more, Jason Hatcher. He went back in, I believe. So
yeah, Hatcher's okay. Yeah, no issues with Jason.
With Barry being out, does Baker automatically go to the nose then?
Yeah, we have, you know, Chris Baker can play nose. He finished the game at nose, did a very good job at nose. So, you know, our depth is being tested a little bit on defensive line, and whether we get some of these guys back or not, we'll find out. But Chris Baker is a very good nose guard, so we'll be okay there.
Offensively, with Jordan, how hard is it? First of all, what are you going to lose with him? But also, how hard is it to have a guy like that who needs to be a key part of your game plan, who has those durability issues, and you're not sure if he's going to finish a game sometimes? That's
very difficult. You know, you have a lot of formations and part of your game plan designed around him, playing him outside and in the slot and all that. And when he goes out after the 7th play of offense, you know, it hurts you a little bit, but luckily we had other things we could do. Didn't do them very well, but we were able to do some other things. But he was a major part of the game plan, especially in the red zone. But didn't work out that way. Now we just got to get him well as soon as we can and keep moving.
Jay, is Barry then becoming a candidate for that IR designated to return spot?
You know what, we're going to wait and see what the doctors say afterwards and how long they envision him being out. But he's also been battling that sore groin too. So it'd be good for him to get some rest and hopefully get back healthy. Don't know the timetable yet on that.
Jay, when you went back and watched the tape, did you think maybe that you guys should have run the ball a little bit more in the second half than you did? You had pretty decent balance in the first half, and obviously some of that worked.
We had a good balance. You know, you take out the I think we had about 6 plays in the 2-minute warning, 2-minute drill in the first half, and about 8 passes in the 2-minute drill in the fourth quarter. That's 14 passes or so, somewhere around there. I think we're about right around 50-50 throughout most of the game. You take out the 2-minute drill. So, you know, some of the plays that really hurt us were you know, we tried the reverse. So we lost 9 yards, and some of our boots and design play actions to get Robert out of the pocket, we were very unsuccessful on those. I think we ran 5 of those. We completed 4 of them for like 5 yards, something. You know, defense did a great job over there at Houston playing those things. So we got to do a better job on those when we decide to do some play actions. We got to do a better job of making the teams pay and at least trying to get some better positive plays out of them. We didn't take advantage of those whatsoever.
Jay, when you look at the gaffes throughout the game, do you look at that as just a sign that you guys have a long way to go, or you see these as things that you can easily tweak and get them fixed?
Well, you try to be the positive one, and you look at, they are very correctable mistakes that we made. And the one thing I did like is our defense was flying around to the ball, and there's a lot of good things on tape, but you know, we had some monumental mistakes that can't happen in pro football. You can't fumble the ball in the red zone, you can't give up big plays, and you can't let a guy rush inside of a wing guy in a punt protection. So there are some things that are very correctable, obviously, but there are some things that we did well, but you know, we just didn't play good enough all the way around. And if there is a good thing, offense, defense, and special teams, they all had their hand in this loss. It wasn't like it was just the offense, it was just the defense, it was just the special teams. I think everybody can really take a long look at themselves in the mirror and realize that, you know, everybody could have done something better, and hopefully they will and move forward to next week.
Sean's got such a unique skill set. He's so fast, obviously. How do you try to take advantage of that? You saw the reverse yesterday. How do you take advantage of that and make sure he's not just another receiver out there?
Yeah, we got to. He's very explosive, and you know, throwing him some short balls, let him run after the catch is one thing, but we got to get him the ball out in space a little bit more. And we tried the reverse; it didn't quite work. And there's some other things we need to try moving forward to get him the ball because he's electric when he gets the ball. So it's good to see him out there. He competed very well. Pierre did too. But we got to utilize those guys a little bit more. But when you say that, then you talk about, then you're not utilizing your running game. You know what I mean? So we got to have good balance on our team, but it does start with the run game. And if I had to go over, do it all over again Sunday, I probably would have run the ball more than I did.
Ian Nacho didn't play at all on defense yesterday. Do you see him having a bigger role next week, especially given Rambo's struggles?
Yeah, I hope so. Rambo, he had the big play obviously that we flubbed up on, but I think Duke, with another week of practice, will be ready to give us some production on defense and on special teams, more so than he did obviously this week.
After you looked at film,
Yes.
After you looked at film, what did you think of Robert's play and decision-making and execution?
It was pretty good. He did some good things, obviously, and there's some plays there that I'm sure he wished he had back, obviously, as everybody does in that game. We took a sack at the 34-yard line. We're in field goal range. Didn't have much protection, but we got to throw it away. We took a sack on a screen pass in a 2-minute drill that can't have happen, but he did complete, I think, 75 or 80% of his passes, which were good. But really, to score 6 points on offense, not quite good enough.
Keenan and Ryan Clark played well yesterday, especially with Ryan Clark. How do you feel like that fiery tenacity that he showed, carried over for the other guys?
Yes, he's brought in to fly around and give the defense some energy. He did that. He missed a few tackles that I'm sure he regrets, but for the most part, I was very impressed with Ryan and the defense in general. There's some situations that we didn't do a good enough job of getting the ball back for our offense, or we didn't force as many turnovers as we'd like to have. But I think overall to hold the Texans to 10 offensive points was pretty good, and Ryan Clark was a big reason.
Jay, you're the play caller. You're going to take it on yourself if you say things don't go right.
We're going to move away from the Redskins news conference to